Hello, my name is Bailey Wright, and today I'm talking about how I created my betta fish manual. My manual presentation is for my scientific and technical writing class. It is for California University of Pennsylvania. The intended audience for my betta fish manual is new owners of this fish. It's also a great refresher for previous owners who are looking to see what brand I would use or how to set up a tank. Now, the audience should be 10 and up for reading purposes, and also the maturity level will help them handle setting up this tank for a fish. But if they are younger and supervised by an adult, they could still set up this tank just as nice. The audience is able to separate the main topics in order of how the tank is prepared. They're able to separate by seeing that the main topics are in bold and numerical order. The subtopics are in ABC order and not in bold. For example, in step 1, the pick out a tank step is in bold, and then all the subtopic steps are underneath in ABC order. A will talk about the gallon, B will talk about how the fish can jump out, and C will talk about the heater. The manual is intended to be flipped through by the audience. It's easier to read, and if you do read it before, you should be okay, but also, if you want to follow along, the steps are in the correct order so that you don't have to worry about messing up the tank for your new pet. And I also decided that paper is easier to read and it's easy to go back to if you need something repeated. Now the graphics in my steps, I decided to place them at the end of each step so they could associate, after reading all the information, what the intended supplies or equipment or steps should look like. For example, in step 2, it displays the type of artificial rocks and artificial plants you need. I talk about in step 2 how the plants should not be pointed or jagged because it will shred your fish's fins. In my picture, it shows a perfect example of what your plant should look like. Also with the rocks, it shows that you should have rocks instead of sand because I explained that sand is too hard to clean. Font and text size. By bolding certain steps, it's easy to know which ones are the main ones, the numerical ones, of course. The font size was size 12 and it is standard. The only change for the font size was the title. Obviously I made it bigger because you want to know what you're reading about and you want to see it fast and soon so you know if you need this manual. I decided to use Bookman Old Font Style. I chose it because it was easy to read and it was clean cut and clear. Also I wanted to use it because of the Times New Roman. I feel that it's boring and overused sometimes, and it's a good refresher to use a new type of font. The form of my manual is in a Word document. The reader can easily increase the font size if need be if they're printing it out. I also decided not to do a video, 1 because I didn't have anyone to record me, and 2, I thought it would be boring to listen to someone drag on about a fish if you couldn't see it as well. Now the pictures you're able to see well because they're up close and personal, so you're able to see the little details that you'd miss in a video. Also, reading is more efficient for the reader. If they miss a step, they can just glance back, find the answer that they are looking for, versus looking at a video, trying to search through a little search bar and seeing what step they missed and clicking and hoping that they land on the right spot. Thank you for listening.